What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Of course, check them out. Quit playing with me. Check them out. But stay on this one too. So this video's topic, you heard it right. I'm doing 2 gun reviews in a row today. See, here's the thing. I put up that poll, and I was gonna mention this on the, I technically recorded the, the bodyguard video first, but I don't know which one I'm gonna upload first. I might decide later. When I was, when I put up that poll, I said, hey guys, if I'm in a good mood, I'm going to do both. However, whichever one, got the most votes, I was going to upload first. Everybody voted for both. Like, I will say not a lot of people voted. There was 4 votes, at least last I checked there was, but all of them were for both. So, I don't know, all right? The people have spoken, and by the people, I mean the 4 of you. Y'all are awesome. So, back to the Glock 26. I'm going to give my overall review and opinion on it, I guess, and then I'm going to run it through the 4 situations, just like I always do. So, first off, Glock 26. I mean, actually, shit, I should have had this prepared. Hold on. Yeah. Right here. Cool. Clear. Alright. So, this is my Glock 23. Y'all know my Glock 23. Of course, the exact same size as the Glock 19. Let me double check the 26 is clear. Clear. You can see there, 26, of course, is a bit shorter as far as barrel length and or grip length, at least on the frame. It's not by too much either. They're both Gen 3, so yeah, there we are. Had to make sure that the barrels weren't just pointed at me there. You can see the grips are the same, because they're both Gen 3, so they got a little thicker grips compared to the Gen 4 and Gen 5s. Now, one of the great things about the Glock 26 is it takes double stack 9mm. This is the standard 10-round mag that goes with it. Shit, drop mag for a second. There we are. You can see what it looks like in it. See what it looks like with me holding it. You can see my pinky kind of comes off a bit. I'm not the biggest fan of that. However, I will say when I shoot it, I don't notice it too much. However, I do definitely notice it. Now, of course, if you're like me, you don't like 10-round mag at least, but you don't want to, go up to a Glock 19 mag, you can, of course, just get a +2 base plate extension on there, and that works perfectly. 12 rounds of 9mm, just like the G2C. So that's a lot more comfortable, and I'm sure a lot of y'all will agree with me. However, though, because it is a double stack 9mm Glock, it has the capability of, accepting double stack, all double stack 9mm Glock mags, and double stack 40 Glock mags, because, the 40 Smith & Wesson Glock mags, the only difference realistically is just the feeding lips. Other than that, it's the exact same. So, that being the case, you're not worrying about capacity as much as, you would think. You have a lot of, higher capacity mags that, are going to work flawlessly in this gun. That's not an issue you got to worry about. So that's definitely a plus. It's Gen 3, so as I mentioned before, you got a nice little chunky grip, something to hold on to. Now, of course, and by the way, shout out to you, Adam. Thank you for letting me borrow this, especially with how soon, afterwards you got it. I don't think he's had this thing for a month and he's letting me borrow it. But, girl, stop chewing yourself. But, of course, this is something that, I at least would, make the upgrade for, and I already know. I feel like this man knows what I'm about to say right now. I feel like Adam knows what I'm going to say. The slide stop lever. It works just fine, not a problem. I have no issue with it. You can see dropping, blocking it back, not an issue. It's never an issue. I just do like the extended one better. However, that really has nothing to do with the gun. I'm just pointing out, you know what I mean? With Gen 3, of course, comes the smaller mag release button. Let me see a little better right there. Actually, I will give you all a quick update as far as my Glock 23 goes. I am thinking about taking out the extended mag release button, putting a normal one in there. The only reason why is just because, let's say one day I do decide, to carry my Glock 23, because I will say when constitutional carries pass, that's probably not going to be my main carry gun. Although it wouldn't be an issue if I wanted to. But if I wanted to, realistically speaking, that mag release button, it is very sensitive. I would not want to take the risk of, just accidentally, releasing the mag and then something happens out my gun and bam, my mag falls out. I have that one round that I have to drop down, and get back in the fight. A lot of work I don't want to really, deal with in that situation. So there is an update on that. But regardless, back to the Glock 26. Very good for concealed carry, obviously. Sit there, even if you're going to just, have the 10 rounds. Very, very concealable. We can, see that it is, actually, hold on. Yeah, see, look. Barrel length is about the size of my hand, if that, honestly. It looks to be smaller just by a little bit on each end, but I didn't line it up, at the top and the bottom, realistically. So, as I was saying, overall, it's a good gun. It's a Glock. It's going to run. We know that for a fact. 9mm, you're not worrying about the capacity necessarily, as I said, because it can take, any other double stack 9mm Glock mag. So you're not worried about capacity, realistically speaking. Now, I feel like some of y'all are going to say that I show favoritism when it comes to, reviewing Glocks at least. And here's, why, is that in a situation like home defense, I like to make the argument for Glocks that, hey, you can at least get a stick mag. A lot of other brands also make stick mags. That's not the issue. It's just realistically speaking, Glock is most known for having OEM stick mags, and they're going to run. Not every brand can make stick mags that'll run, which is fine. It's whatever, that's on them. So realistically speaking, capacity when it comes to a situation like home defense or even shit's the fan or defending yourself against an animal isn't an issue, because you can just have a different mag. So that's not really favoritism. That's just Glock being compatible with their other parts. So that's neither here nor there, though. I just kind of wanted to point that out. So home defense, realistically, let's just try to be fair here, even though we all know that they can just throw a 30-round stick mag into this and have 30 rounds. Let's just say they have the standard 10, just to be fair, right? A 10-round capacity is the absolute lowest I would go when it comes to realistically defending myself from anything. And here's why is that I feel I at least have somewhat enough shots that if I do run out, an extra mag won't feel not worth it. Like I just did a review, or at least I just recorded the review for the Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard 380, right? And that's 6+1, so I have my 7, right? And then let off the 7 rounds I got, I'm out. I have to reload. I'm like, well, fuck, that's kind of dumb that I didn't have more rounds to be able to do that. At least with 10, I won't feel as stupid about it. So there's that. That's always good. What I'm not a big fan of is that, see that? No rail slots. You cannot put a light on this gun. You know what? Shit, I forgot to fucking say that in the Bodyguard video too. Damn. For those of y'all who watched the Bodyguard video, yeah, there's that. Shit. I might edit that video in a minute. Regardless, I'll get that handled. Y'all know me. I get things done. Back to the Glock 26. All right. You can't put a light on it. The capacity is okay, I guess. But without a light, you're not going to know what you're shooting at. We at least know it's going to function. So that's always good. It does all right, I guess. If you have like some night lights around the crib. Like I know people who have commented down below. They're like, look, I have, night lights that they just perfectly illuminate things to where I don't need to have a weapons light. And I'm like, look, good for you. I just would still rather have one, What if there's a situation outside? Like, for example, what if, shit, I can't think of a good one. Okay, you know what? I got a good one. So let's say I'm out walking my dog, right? It's 10 o'clock, last walk for the night, you know how it is. I start hearing some real large rustling coming from some bushes, some real deep growling. I can tell it's either going to be another dog, coyote, something along those lines, that it's, not going to be something I want to have an interaction with. You see what I mean? Or at least not something I want my dog to have an interaction with. So, what do? You try to identify what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? But worst comes to worst, look, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Florida, I'm very happy about this. We are very, we don't like aggressive animals. And here's what I mean. I've seen countless situations in the state of Florida where, for example, someone's dog got out and it tried attacking somebody. Someone pulls out their gun, bam, bam. Dog's dead. Dog dies. Sorry. Bye, Fido. Call the police. The police just get rid of the dog's body, or at least they get someone they get the owner in contact with someone who can get rid of the dog's body. They take a report. That's about it. Why? Because that dog shouldn't be trying to run down on you, trying to hurt you. You see what I mean? I think so. In that situation, it wouldn't be too big of an issue necessarily, when it comes to legally speaking. However, you want that flashlight to identify what the threat is, no matter what. Whether you're in your home, whether you're outside of your home and it's nighttime, no matter what it is, you do want a flashlight to identify the threat. Plain and simple truth. So that's not working the best for it. It's iffy on home defense. I will say that. Concealed carry, it does a great job. Very easy to conceal. 10 rounds, or at least, if you're like me, I would put the 12 rounder in there, but 10 rounds, will do the job just fine. The great thing about, the compatibility with the mags is that you can, for example, even if you only, have the 10 round, just in the firearm itself, you got the 10 plus 1, that's 11. Carry a backup mag, you can carry whatever double stack 9mm Glock mag you want. If you're ballsy, you can go for the stick mag as your backup mag. Excuse me. So with that being the case, that's 41 rounds. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't want to do that? Okay, cool, perfectly fine. Glock 17 mag, that's another 17 rounds plus the 11, 28. Don't want to do that? Fine. You got the Glock 19 mag, that's another 15. Plus the 11, that's 26. So you're doing real good as far as, the ability to have a larger capacity with this firearm. You know what I mean? So that's always a plus. Reliability, of course, is a Glock. It runs. I don't think I need to keep saying that. I think realistically speaking, when it comes to a concealed carry situation, the only things we're looking at is reliability, caliber, and capacity, and the Glock 26 meets the standard for them all, so it does a great job. Let's go ahead and move on to shit hits the fan. This one is kind of iffy, and here's why I say that. While yes, it is a Glock, it is not the most mass-produced Glock by any standard. So finding some parts might be a bit tricky. I'm not saying it will be, because we're obviously not there in that situation. I can't tell you. But it might be a bit more tricky than, for example, finding like parts for a Glock 19 or a 17, something along those lines. However, magazines, like compatibility. Like the compatibility is working for this gun on every level, I'm telling y'all. But, so the magazines aren't really an issue. That's not an issue. Finding ammo is going to be a lot easier for, for this gun than it is for a lot of other guns, because it's a, 9mm. Let me see here. The reliability is going to be great. We already know that. So the chances of needing a part might even be slim. So that's always cool. Shit. When it comes to, shit's a fan, you're really not worried about concealing things. I also do want to point that out. Girl, you are being rude to my audience. Feel ashamed. You know what? I want y'all to see. Feel ashamed, Rose. Yeah, you. So, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by my daughter, shit's a fan, it does okay. I'll just be 100% honest. There's no point in having a gun this small, though, in a shit's a fan situation. Now, if it's all you got, then yeah, it's all you got, of course. Keep what you got by all standards. I'm right there with you guys on that. But if you have a choice, I probably wouldn't pick the Glock 26. Now, I do feel there's something that I haven't pointed out yet, but I felt it's kind of obvious. This is going to be a bit more snappy than, a Glock 19 or a Glock 17, something like that. It is a smaller gun. That's just physics, guys. However, it is not too bad by any standards, so that is something to point out. So, shit's a fan does all right. Animal defense, it's not going to do the best, and here's why. It's the same argument for realistically any 9mm, caliber pistol is that, yeah, it will do the job for something like an aggressive dog, coyote, wolf, things along those lines. However, it's just not going to cut it for something like a bear, and of course there is other ammo you can get, like there are, plus P plus, excuse me, 9mm that, you can get that they have a lot more pressure. They're meant to, go with you when you're hiking, something like that. Yeah, that's okay, sure. But that's neither here nor there. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, normal ammo, I guess, that's going to be ran through this, through this gun, through the Glock 26. So, with that being the case, you're not realistically going to stop, a bear, crocodile, alligator, bigger animals, things like that. I know some of y'all probably live, a bit more up north, so we're talking shit like moose, things. It's not going to do the best job. It just won't. That's just the plain and simple truth. However, for what it will stop it. I will say that. Overall, I can give this gun probably like a 8.5. I'll say 8.5 out of 10. For what it does a great job. It's a great concealed carry gun. As I said, the compatibility is amazing, just like always. So that's always helpful. But realistically speaking, that's one of the best things it has going for it. It is great for concealed carrying. It's reliable because, it is a Glock, and they're reliable. We all know that. And magazine compatibility. I think we can all agree there. Other than that, it's fire. You know what I mean? It's a great gun, especially for what it is. I'm sure y'all have been waiting to hear this. All right, actually, yeah, I give it the overall, 8.5 out of 10. I think that's fair. I think 8.5 out of 10 is fair, y'all. Other than that, I'm sure y'all have been waiting to hear this. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And because you like the Glock 26, even if you don't like it, I don't care if you don't like it at this point. Even if you don't like it, go and check out Adam's channel, the podcast channel, Centerfire Podcast, Gun.tv. Y'all know what the deal is. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.